BingX, a trusted global crypto exchange. Trade spot, futures, or copy top traders easily. Sign up via the link or referral code to get 30 USDT instantly, plus up to 1,500 USDT in bonuses for verification, deposit, and trading.
Epping sex offender back in custody after release from prison in error. A former asylum seeker convicted of serious sexual offenses is back behind bars after a shocking error led to his premature release from prison, and now faces swift deportation. Hadush Gerberslasie Kebatu, an Ethiopian national, was serving a 12-month sentence handed down in September for the sexual assault of a woman and a 14-year-old girl, and was subject to a stringent 5-year sexual harm prevention order. However, the 41-year-old was mistakenly freed on Friday, reportedly wearing a simple prison-issue gray tracksuit and carrying a plastic bag containing his personal belongings. Metropolitan police revealed that Kebatu then embarked on a series of train journeys across London. Following his release, his movements were tracked from Chelmsford to Stratford in East London on the day he was let go, and he was later sighted in Dalston, reportedly carrying a distinctive white bag adorned with avocado imagery. A swift and extensive manhunt culminated in his apprehension in the Finsbury Park area of North London around 8:30 a.m. on Sunday. The news of his recapture has been met with decisive statements from government officials. Keir Starmer and Justice Secretary David Lammy have both confirmed that Kebatu will be deported, with Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood vowing his removal will occur as rapidly as possible. Starmer emphasized the critical need for stringent oversight, stating, "We must make sure this doesn't happen again. We have ordered an investigation to establish what went wrong." Echoing these concerns, Lammy announced, "I have already ordered the immediate strengthening of release checks and a full investigation into what went wrong." Commander James Conway of the Metropolitan Police, who led the operation to locate Kebatu, expressed gratitude for the public's assistance, highlighting the diligent and fast-paced efforts of specialist officers from his force, supported by Essex Police and British Transport Police. Information from the public led officers to Finsbury Park and, following a search, "We located Mr. Kebatu," Conway stated. "He was detained by police but will be returned to the custody of the prison service. I am extremely grateful to the public for their support following our appeal, which assisted in locating Mr. Kebatu." This incident has also brought to the fore the community tensions that arose following Kebatu's initial arrest in July on sexual assault charges, which had previously sparked a series of volatile protests outside the Bell Hotel in Epping, where he was being housed. Qadir Muhammad, 24, who was residing at the Bell at the time and has since been granted asylum, described Kebatu's arrest on Sunday as a significant relief and great news. Muhammad voiced his hope that this latest development would not exacerbate existing issues and reiterated his belief that Kebatu should be deported, stating, "There is no point in keeping him here. He will just make the rest of us look bad if he is kept in the country." Witness Jack Neil Hall observed 4 officers calmly escorting Kebatu away in Finsbury Park. He described the scene as peaceful, with 2 female officers walking alongside him, his hands cuffed, and him appearing dejected and looking down. The other 2 officers were reportedly communicating via radio. Health Secretary Wes Streeting expressed his strong disapproval of Kebatu's release, calling it a relief that he is back in custody. "I am appalled that this man was released. He should never have been on our streets," Streeting told GB News, vowing that the circumstances would be thoroughly investigated to ensure accountability and transparency. Shadow Home Secretary Chris Philp welcomed Kebatu's apprehension but voiced his shock at the inept Labour government allowing his initial release. Philp stated to GB News, "They should never have allowed his release, and I think David Lammy and Shabana Mahmood have questions to answer, because they have presided over this system." Philp also highlighted the severity of Kebatu's offenses, noting that he sexually assaulted a 14-year-old girl in Essex just 8 days after illegally crossing the channel, and insisted, "We don't want people in this country who are going to attack women and girls in that way. So he should be immediately deported." Zia Youssef, head of policy for Reform UK, delivered a scathing assessment, likening the situation to a Monty Python sketch. Youssef described the situation as absolutely shocking and questioned how any victim of sexual assault could maintain confidence in the current government and its state apparatus. Reports from a delivery driver identified only as Sim, paint a disturbing picture of Kebatu's confusion and distress on the day of his mistaken release. From Chelmsford, Sim described seeing Kebatu return to the prison multiple times, appearing very confused, asking, "Where am I going? What am I doing?" and seeking directions from prison staff, only to be turned away and directed towards the railway station. The driver recounted Kebatu's apparent understanding that he was to be deported but his bewilderment about the process, with prison staff reportedly telling him, "Go. You've been released. You go." Sim witnessed Kebatu repeatedly scratching his head and repeatedly asking for guidance. The fourth or fifth time he went into reception, he was starting to get upset. He was getting stressed, Sim told Sky News. "I'm not sticking up for the guy, but in my eyes he was trying to do the right thing. He knew he was getting deported but he didn't know where he was going or how he should get there." Kebatu was reportedly seen later in Chelmsford town centre seeking assistance before boarding a train to London. Essex police confirmed his sighting on a train departing at 12:41 p.m. on Friday, with the Metropolitan police reporting his arrival at Stratford in East London around 1:10 p.m. Responsibility for the investigation was transferred to the Metropolitan Police on Saturday morning. Prison service sources have attributed the erroneous release from Chelmsford to human error, with the prison officer who authorized the release reportedly removed from duties pending an urgent inquiry. One prison insider characterized the incident as a disaster waiting to happen, citing concerns over a high volume of releases being handled by inexperienced staff and numerous prisoners with varying release tariffs being processed concurrently. Aaron Stowe, president of the Criminal Justice Workers Union, CJWU, condemned Kebatu's mistaken release as a profound failure of duty, calling it a betrayal of the victims, the community and the principles of justice. He demanded full investigation and immediate reforms. Mike Rolfe, General Secretary of the CJWU, added that the justice system is stretched to breaking point, with public confidence collapsing, and law enforcement officials left to manage the fallout from political indecision. The father of Kebatu's teenage victim expressed his profound disappointment, telling Sky News, "The justice system has let us down." Kebatu's conviction last month stemmed from 5 offenses, including 2 attempts to kiss a 14-year-old girl before sexually assaulting her, and the sexual assault of a woman, which also involved an attempted kiss. These offenses were committed just days after his arrival in the UK via a small boat, leading to his temporary accommodation at the Bell Hotel. The protests that subsequently erupted outside the hotel, reportedly exploited by far-right activists, resulted in assaults on police officers and 32 arrests. During his trial, District Judge Christopher Williams had described Kebatu as posing a significant risk of reoffending, manipulative, and having acted in an ignorantly and repulsively manner towards the woman he assaulted. He was sentenced to 12 months in prison and had served just